Heart hugs. I am by the river, which I'm sure you can hear. It's beautiful. Surrounded by nature. I was just noticing and recognizing that anytime I sit with this river, I'm brought back to this I guess the discipline of the mind. I'm brought back to this mindscape where any thoughts that arise, I practice just being the observer of them, even the observer of like the narrator self, because we all have that self-narrator that's in our mind that's like, oh, and now we're noticing this, and now we're doing this, and it's like narrating. We're like, hold on, that's still thinking. And even observing that, and anytime I notice those thoughts, I either notice them floating up and away, or I drop them into the river. So when I come and meet the river, I am recognizing that I'm met at that same place in my mindscape, but now in this physical reality. And it's really sweet to recognize that and to be okay with that. I'm being constantly reminded I feel by my guides and by my ancestors through like the bugs and the butterflies and the birds and the wind and the water, that like, hey, you're in a wonderful place, you're good. And yet my mind is like like so many things coming up for me to think about, to worry about, to do, to reflect on. It's just like such a powerful reflective space to be out here. And all I want to do is just be present and be with it and like take a nap. So I watch the birds and I try not to force myself to focus on it. Try not to force myself to be present with anything. But also like soften the judgment around my thoughts and how I am and what I am in this moment. And I think that this is such medicine for a lot of us, is this ability to soften the judgment, to soften the need to be anything than what you are right now, to recognize who you are and to soften to be even that person, this being that is not confined by all of this complicated human things that we've created for ourselves and our lives, and to just recognize that that's a part of our life, and we have held on to and are experiencing a lot and taking in so much information, more information than our ancestors ever did, and yet we have such high, intense standards for ourselves, or that we feel like we can't necessarily uphold, or we're always reaching for a certain highest self, right? When in reality, we're meant to live here and now. And it sounds simple, but do we actually even practice it? Not just presence without any thoughts, but like actually recognizing, okay, where am I in space? What if I just let myself be? What if I recognize that, oh, all of those things that are coming up in my mind, like, they don't need to be addressed right now. I'm not going to force them to go away. But I recognize that, like, oh my goodness, that's me experiencing this life. Now you can engage with it or not. But right now I just recognize it from like this other point of view, this observer point of view. And I can still feel its effect on my body, what my body is used to, how my body is used to responding to these types of thoughts and being in beautiful spaces like this. My body still feels that and remembers it and has that memory of how I've always handled it. And so it's about guiding ourselves and our bodies into a state of, oh, actually we're good right here and now. We can experience something different in this moment when this arises. And really soak it in, like soak it in. do not forget to soak it in when you do these things. Not just be like, oh, ding, I remembered. Okay, cool, I understand it. But like soak it in your body. The wind degrees. Soak it in. Let it sit. Let it simmer. Let it cook. Let your body cook. And this has been such medicine. I've been teaching a lot more like somatic practice, and I've been guiding a lot of people through somatic practices, processes, myself as well, and leading like somatic yoga. So bringing in like the nervous system regulation aspect into yoga. So more of like, so some different, more, I guess, unconventional ways of kind of bringing ourselves into balance, along with the way that yoga brings us into balance. And one of the things I always tell my students is that the rest, the pauses in between, that's the opportunity for the brain and the body to communicate, to come into harmony. You need that space to soak it in, to just let it be, to notice how we feel in that moment, to let everything just communicate, to settle down, to simmer down. A big old lizard. It's a big lizard. But yeah, it's key. It really is key. These moments where we feel like we're just pausing. It's like, no, we're letting things really land. We're inviting this experience, this change, this new way of being, or this remembered way of being back into our body, back into our perspective and our awareness. We're working together with all parts of us. Work together. Work with your body, work with your mind, work with your energy. So I guess this was what I was meant to talk about today. To kind of move through process of my own, of just like remembering how sweet and necessary and beautiful it is to have these moments to soak in a new way of moving through life, of experiencing life, soaking in who you are in this moment, who like that human self, the experience is, and remembering that it is an experience. You're experiencing it. You truly are like this infinite, beautiful, magical soul on this beautiful journey that is for all. So remembering that for a moment, as we're stressing or worrying or having strange thoughts and just so many different things moving through our heads, our lives, the chaos, the beauty, the love. Just recognizing like, oh yeah, I'm experiencing this life as this person right now. Just a remembrance. And that feeling and sitting in it, it's going to feel different to every single one of us. And that's what's so beautiful. Every single one of us has our own unique way of expressing and experiencing. So don't feel like you need to mimic anyone at all when you're experiencing something like this. There is no certain way to be. The earth is going to hold you anyway. I'm sending you all so much love. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. And I'll see y'all next time I pull out the camera.